There is a man that means so much to me, but I cannot see him. There is a man that has touched my heart like no one else can, but I'm unable to touch him with my hands. This man has shown me the way to live, so I live my life in his name. His name is Jesus. Jesus has given me direction in all the areas of my life, whether I have taken heed to it or not. His teachings have given me wisdom, they've shown me how to love, and they've given me hope. They've increased my faith, and they've given me peace and joy. Having studied the life of Jesus for the past 15 years or so, it's been an awesome experience. I've had my ups and my downs. For me, it's way beyond a religious thing to me. It's more about the person that he was when he walked the face of the earth and how he lived his life, and what a great example he was to the world, and how he revolutionized the world through the way he lived his life. His main message was simply to love God with all your heart and your neighbor as yourself. He made what others have complicated through religion and a plethora of technological information very simple. He had a very simple message. And this culture is saturated in selfishness and greed. Growing up, it was hard not to get caught up in what everyone else was doing. But because of Jesus' warning against such behavior, I slowly but surely learned that it's okay to walk alone sometimes. He walked alone. And in order to stand up for what was right, sometimes you have to walk alone. I'm learning how to be content whether I have a little or a lot. And this quote from the Bible sums it up for me. What profit is it to a man if he gains the whole world and he himself is destroyed or lost? That's from Luke 9 and 25. He's taught me how to love people. He visited and healed the sick. He sat with those who were considered sinners and those that were despised and rejected. He was basically despised and rejected of men himself. It says that in the Bible, it says that he was despised and rejected of men, a man full of sorrows and grief. But he basically did the opposite of what the religious leaders of his day were doing. He did not come to judge the world, but to help and save the world. He has encouraged me to be more like him in everything that I do. By loving God first, I can love my neighbor as myself, because it is as if it's him loving them through me. We should give our money, but not just our money. The time that we take with those who are in need is more valuable than money most of the time. Visiting nursing homes, or those who are sick in the hospital, or giving of ourselves in other sacrificial ways can make us heroes also for someone else. Jesus' passion for people and for what was right cannot be compared to anyone else. His message of faith in what he believed has sent a powerful resonation to the people of his day. And not just for his day, it still resonates beyond his day until today. He stood up for what he believed courageously in the midst of persecution. The Pharisees, who were the religious leaders of his day, they were constantly down his back about what he did and what he said and why he said it and things that he said. But he was always truthful with them about who he was and what his purpose was. In the Bible, it says that he was despised and rejected man, a man full of sorrows and stricken with grief. But I didn't know that. So even though he came to help his people, they rejected him. Okay? But he still loved them, whether they were Pharisees, religious leaders, considered sinners or whatever. He was still there with them to help them. He never judged them. And that's what I love about him. He was a man that I can look up to. Just a brief background. My background is, I kind of grew up in a dysfunctional home. And I was molested when I was a child. And I didn't have mom or dad there for me to comfort me, to show me, those are the people who are supposed to be there. So I sought that comfort in actually, I prayed to God as a little girl. I didn't know his name, didn't have to have a name, but for me, there was God. Okay? But I sought my comfort in negative ways. Because I didn't have the correct guidance, I began to have a promiscuous lifestyle, and I needed that guidance. And for me, when I read the teachings of Jesus, it brought my life into a perspective that showed me how to walk in a way that was right, and how that I was worthy and that I was valuable. I used to be one of the most shy and quiet people you ever met because of low self-esteem and low self-confidence. And I felt I had no voice for anything at all. Because I felt that it didn't matter, that I didn't matter, that my voice didn't matter. But Jesus has shown me that when it is time to have a voice and to stand up for what is right, I can do it, no matter what people may think or say about me. And I know now that I'm here for a purpose, and I can have boldness in it. So again, Jesus in his love, he was about love, he was about people, he was about righteousness. He had a passion for people. He loved people, and that's what really made me say that Jesus was the ultimate humanitarian, because he came to help people, and we can take a lot from his example. And I used to think I was alone, but Jesus said he would never leave me nor forsake me. I used to be afraid, but Jesus said, take heart, because he had overcome the world. I used to think I was nothing, but Jesus showed me better than anyone else that I was special, worthy, and beautiful. To me, Jesus is everything I want to be. And there is not a greater example of passion, devotion, and love. And one day I hope to meet him. Thank you.
Thank you.